The fire chief in Pflugerville says they don't have the money to cover ambulances. Now, city leaders are considering how to provide much-needed fire and EMS services to a growing community. And here to talk about this is Pflugerville Mayor Pro Tem Omar Pena. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me here.
You know, some firefighters wanted voters to decide in May on a funding option to create these new emergency services department or district. City Council instead decided to hire a third-party consultant to explore options for the future of fire and EMS services. I mean, could you explain what went into that decision?
Yeah, from our council's perspective, we look at this as a very pragmatic issue around the city that we've got to address for the long term. By going off and extending the taxing base that the emergency service district is going to be able to pull from, that only kicks the can down the road for a much bigger issue. When you look at a city of our size, you know, Austin is our largest suburb after all, and we have a rather fast population growth curve to catch up to. So we have to be pragmatic and look at all of the options on the table rather than just going through the motions of going to the voters for asking for additional taxes to solve the problem.
You know, looking at the options, what are your thoughts on their proposal to increase taxes and create this new emergency services district?
You know, we met with the board and fire chief on several different occasions. We've had a cogent dialogue going back and forth on numerous times since they started discussing this late last year. And we quite honestly had some problems with some of the basic forecasts that they were providing around the financial data. There was one instance just this week where they referenced the need to dip into cash reserves at the end of this year if action was not taken. And other times they have expressed that that would actually happen at the end of 2024, considering some longer term growth and facilities that they need to undertake.
You know, we've been showing video of some signs and people talking about what's important to them. What have you seen or heard about messaging surrounding this issue?
Oh, that's been a really sticky issue because, you know, the one thing that really made things difficult for us as a council is there were signs that were placed out, large 5x8 signs that were in highly visible, highly trafficked areas where they stated very clearly that they would discontinue ambulance service at the end of this year, and then directed the viewers to go to the city council meeting a couple of weeks ago and also to the website to which they had there.
Do you think voters should have the option to decide on this fighter proposal? Leave it up to the voters?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, we will be the first in line to support an issue like that once we're able to go through the motions and really think through the solutions that are on the table. This was something that was presented to us in a rather rushed fashion, in my opinion, and some that we feel that was not clearly thought out objectively that we want to take the time to do, which is why we commissioned a study to go off and do exactly that from an objective third party that consists of people with well over a century experience in the firefighting field.
You know, what other options are out there that Pflugerville could explore?
Oh, there's all options. You know, the status quo would be sticking with something like this. In addition, you know, we could look at creating our own fire department and EMS service and all points in between there. We just don't know until we get some real facts on the table from an objective third party.
Okay, we are out of time. Mayor Pro Tem Oscar Pena, thank you very much for talking with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.